Of the people that were made aware of the Hunter Biden laptop story, 53% would have changed their vote, including 61% of Democrats. This is the definition of election meddling, and it's the definition of election meddling by the FBI on behalf of Democrats, paid for by the U.S. taxpayers.
Political response.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is Legitical Response, a channel focused on politics, politicians, what they do, what they say, what they might do, what they might say, what they've gotten away with, what they didn't get away with, and how they have weaponized the federal government to come after people like me and like you. Now, what we got coming up is some more of the Twitter files. It's kind of a continuation on my last video, so if you haven't seen that one, I would suggest going back and watching it, because I just put it right here. Yeah, so click on that and then come back over here and finish this one. I'll wait for you. Okay, so what we got coming up is this crazy bit of information that came out that I just had to put out there, because what this lady is basically getting at is nuts. So let's roll the clip and I'll let her explain it for you. So let's go.
The Twitter files laid bare for the American people what you correctly call unconstitutional, quote, censorship by surrogate. Matt Taibbi writes, quote, Twitter's contact with the FBI was constant and pervasive as if it were a subsidiary. Do you agree with that assessment?
I do. What we know on the record so far shows a relationship that goes beyond this sort of informal exchange of ideas.
You're correct. In fact, isn't it true that leading up to the 2020 election, Twitter had weekly meetings with not just the FBI, with DOJ, with DHS, with DNI, to conduct this unconstitutional censorship by surrogate? We know that because of the Twitter files, correct?
Correct.
And it was not just meetings, not just censorship of stories like the Hunter Biden laptop story. We also now know that the FBI paid Twitter over $3.4 million of taxpayer funds to censor these stories before the 2020 election. Is that correct?
That money was paid. Twitter confirmed that.
With that being said, I would really love to know how many other social media platforms has the FBI done this with? How many people have they shut down? How much money has been paid out to shut us down? It's like we're paying them to shut us up, and that's not right at all. And I really want to know what's going to come of this. What are they really going to do about it? All this information is out there now. What are they going to do? Who's going to get fired? Has anybody gotten fired yet? Is anybody going to go to jail for this? What is going to be done? That's what I want to know. We've gotten all these hearings and all this crap, and all this information is out there now. We all know about it, but I haven't heard anything being done yet. That's the key. You can have all these hearings and all this crap. You can have all these people getting grilled in front of Congress and all this and other shit. But if nothing is done about it, then what the hell was the point? I'm kind of getting on the edge of my seat type of shit here, because what are they going to do? That's all I want to know. Let's keep rolling.
And the Twitter files are just the tip of the iceberg, because there's so much more. There was a corrupt revolving door at the highest levels between the FBI and Twitter. Look no further than Jim Baker, former general counsel at the FBI, who helped unlawfully investigate Donald Trump in the 2016 election. Or look at Jim Comey's deputy chief of staff, who became the director of strategy at Twitter. Isn't it true, according to the Twitter files, that there were so many FBI officials who then went to work at Twitter that created their own Slack channel and crib sheet for onboarding? The Twitter files confirm that, correct?
Correct.
You know, there's something I find really funny about that. The Democrats are constantly griping about January 6th, threats to democracy, and all this other bullshit, right? But they are the ones that are doing this. It's obvious to me that it was left-leaning people at the FBI, the DOJ, that done this, because it was meant to shut down Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a Republican, obviously, a conservative. So his political opponents went after him, and they're threatening the actual democracy. He was voted in properly through democratic means, and they're talking about all these threats to democracy, and they're the actual threat to democracy. The hypocrisy is just killing me. Let's keep rolling.
Are you aware, as the American people are aware, that according to polling, of the people that were made aware of the Hunter Biden laptop story, 53% would have changed their vote, including 61% of Democrats. This is the definition of election meddling, and it's the definition of election meddling by the FBI on behalf of Democrats, paid for by the U.S. taxpayers. It's collusion, it's corruption, and it's unconstitutional. Ms. Parker, I want to go to you next about your experience at the FBI, because this is not just about the Twitter files, which folks are focused on because of the news it made. It's about a systemic rot in the culture and the politicization of the leadership of the FBI, and it needs to be rooted out.
Now, that last statistic she just put out there, that's quite interesting to me, and I'm not sure if I believe that or not. Now, I do believe that if the Hunter Biden laptop story and its full contents of how involved Joe Biden was with all that was put out when it came out, before the election, I do believe Donald Trump would be president right now, but the 61% of Democrats, I don't necessarily believe that, because if Democrats will vote for this person, I find it very hard to believe that they would vote for Donald Trump. Now, I do believe that, like I said, Donald Trump would be president right now if that came out, because that would have swung a buttload of independents to the Republican side. A lot of those independents were kind of tired of Donald Trump, especially considering how hard the media was going after him with all their fake bullshit. To be honest, I mean, the left was constantly attacking him on something. They were always trying to put something out there. None of it stuck, clearly, but they were constantly attacking him. And I think they just didn't want that anymore. They were tired of the BS, but they didn't realize how manipulated they were being. They were being manipulated real bad. Everybody was being manipulated, and I don't think that's very good. And like I said, I want to know what's going to be done about this. So all you politicians out there that are in these committees and all these hearings, what are you going to do about it? That's what I want to know. That's what the American people want to know. What is going to be done? By God, something better be done. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. Look, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so every time I make a video, you get notified of it. Hit the like button if you liked it, and be positive. Peace.